Remember when Netflix originals felt like a must-watch TV? These days it feels like they've just lost their magic. But why? Hello everyone and welcome back to AustinPlus Commentary, where today we are answering the question, why aren't Netflix originals as good as these days? With Stranger Things 5 just around the corner, we need to remember that Stranger Things was also a Netflix original and it peaked at its time. But why can't they do the same thing these days? So let's talk about it. Golden era of Netflix originals. For those who don't know, House of Cards, Orange is the New Black, and Stranger Things all came under the originals section. Even Daredevil to an extent, because it was based off a Marvel character. Streaming services were a very common thing at the time, and you hear it these days, but Netflix was basically the very first. Now we just take it for granted. Many people signed up because the quality of these were fresh stuff, and it was good, and it created a worldwide cultural impact on like the Bird Box culture with the Squid Game challenge and all of that. So it really enforced some cultural impact and some stuff on like the internet, social media impact, and these reiterations made it more popular. But what has changed over the years? It got to a point where there was too many originals being released basically at the same time, leading to a case of quantity over quality. Shows often cancelled after 1 or 2 seasons, regardless of their popularity. They then had to compete with other streaming services such as Disney Plus and HBO Max and Amazon Prime, raising the bar altogether, and HBO Max and Disney Plus raised the bar quite a fair bit. Now, there was a lack of long-term planning with Netflix because they were quite good at what they were doing at the time, because Netflix shows felt like they were written season to season, leading to a rushed story. But what has released in the last year, shall we say? We can accept many of what they gave us, like Wednesday, Squid Game, Arcane. All of these were fantastic. Wednesday, absolutely amazing. Squid Game, absolutely amazing. Arcane, can't really say I've watched it. Simple reality TV show and then horror action have proven to do well on Netflix. Documentaries are also good, but these are where they aren't great, and that's where they fall short for sure. Those like The Witcher tend to be very poorly received, especially with the things that's happening with that show is now. The algorithm is also changing too much based on decisions rather than creative projects. Now, as I was saying with competition with others, they are really suffering from identity crisis at the time. As I was saying with competition with others, they are suffering from identity crisis at the moment, with other platforms having niche approaches. Disney Plus is aimed for families, HBO is very prestigious, and Prime is for the big budget stuff like The Boys. Netflix also feels like a mix of everything, but it's not definitive, which can be good and bad at the same time. So, in short, how could they improve? They have the ability to do more than just deliver digital fluency now, but they need to stop cancelling shows too early and let them settle. Focus on fewer and increase quality, considering moving away from binge drops and invest in constant franchises like they did with Daredevil. So Daredevil went up to 1-3 until something happened, and then obviously Marvel took over officially. So Netflix do have a lot. They had like the Electric State or something very recently, and they do have really good stuff in the back of their minds, but they don't go with it. They go with the rushed stuff, and especially with shows. Shows is where they can absolutely bottle it, but I don't like it when they do that. Wednesday they did to a T. Squid Game they did to a T. The rest of it it's really wishy-washy. Just go back to the old days and see what went right, and then you can move forward with that. It's the only piece of advice I would give. And what do I know? I don't work in a streaming service now, do I? Netflix used to be the king of streaming, but now it feels like they're chasing trends instead of setting them. The question is, can they get back to being the platform that gave us Stranger Things, or is the best era already behind them? What do you think? Is Netflix still worth it for their originals, or do you find yourself watching more somewhere else? Let me know in the comments below. But without further ado, everyone, that is the end of today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe and comment what you would like to see on the channel. But without further ado, hope you have an amazing day as always, and I'll see you all in the next one, folks. Bye! Yeah!